Hello tarot readers, today I'm going to do a small video on tarot cards that can represent journeys in our tarot spreads. Now of course they're not always going to represent a journey, but it will depend a lot on whereabouts they fall in the spread, whether or not you've been asked a question, a direct question, and what cards surrounding them. But they are cards that can represent journeys. Every tarot reader is different and you may have your own cards that represent a journey. If so, you go with what you know works for you. But these are what work for me and what I teach in my tarot classes. So I'm going to give a little video on these cards today. The first one would be the Six of Swords. And the reason that this has come up as the first card for journeying is because one of the tarot keywords for this card is normally journeys. It's normally the journey card. The thing is with this card though, it's a sword card, and that means it's all mental, it's all mindset. So I would take this card not as a holiday, as in a family holiday or let's go away to a week in Spain. I often see this card as more as an escape. Somebody who needs to escape. Maybe they're overburdened, maybe the mindset has been heavy, they've had a lot of problems going on, a lot of things in the mind, and they just need to escape somewhere. It doesn't matter where it is, it's just about getting out of their environment and changing environments. It's also a card that will come up when you have to travel, and maybe this is because something's going on in the family, or maybe it's work related, maybe there's problems that need to be solved. Whatever it is, it's something that needs to take you out of your normal environment and just get you away. So this would be the first card that would come up that would tell me that this is a journey. The next card that talks to me about journeys is the Fool card. And this is one of those crazy journeys. This is one of those holidays where you've got no plan set. You don't know how you're getting back. You don't know what you're going to do when you go there. It's just one of those crazy, foolish journeys that sometimes we could take in life. Maybe some friends say let's go away for the week, or you go away with your partner unexpectedly, or you just decide to travel the world and not know where you're going or where you're coming back. This is one of those crazy holidays. The Eight of Wands. Wands represent to me that creative energy, and this card always talks about something that's happening very, very fast. So this will be rather an unexpected journey, a journey that you didn't realise you was going to go on. So like, I've got to go tonight, I've got to go today, or I'm travelling tomorrow morning. Or it's a journey that's going to be for a very quick time, so a very short time. So you may be going on the Friday and coming back on the Sunday. But there's something fast happening with this journey. The Three of Wands would represent a journey for me, and this is the card about new horizons. And to me, it's about exploring somewhere new. So this is the explorer journey. The Two of Wands, I see this card also as a journey, but as you can see, he has the world in his hands. And this to me would say that he can use his creative energy and go anywhere he wants in the world. He can go to China, he can go to New Zealand, he can go to New York. The choice is his. He literally has the world in his hands to choose from. This will also talk to me about somewhere that's far away, you know, maybe the other side of the world. The Star card. The Star card coming up as a journey for me represents, it's normally about going back to your roots or where you were born, the place you call home. Many, many years ago, we used to guide our way through the stars. We would find our home, our way back home through the stars. So we would just focus on where the stars were, and that would be our guiding light to find us to our home. And I always see this card as about somebody traveling back home. So like at the moment, I'm in Spain. If I was to return back to the UK, which is my place of birth, this card would be me traveling back home. So wherever you call home, wherever you were born, it would be the card of traveling back to find your roots. The Sun card to me would be a card about a holiday. Literally just going on holiday. It's the card about going on holiday, maybe somewhere sunny, but it's about having fun. It's about just enjoying yourself, sitting on the beach all day, having a picnic. It's just a really fun card for holidays. Whereas the Hermit card is totally the opposite. The Hermit, well, not the opposite, it's not going to have a bad holiday. But this is a card about going away to find yourself. It's a spiritual connection. It's about finding your light, maybe doing meditations. It's often a lonely card, but it doesn't mean that you're going to go away alone. You may go away with a friend or a partner or a family member. But while you're there, you will be looking for your own light, finding yourself, connecting with maybe the other side, finding your guides, connecting with spirit. So it's a very spiritual card. When it represents a journey, a holiday, to me it would represent a spiritual journey. The World card would represent to me about completely changing your environment and going somewhere on the opposite side of the world or somewhere very far away. So to me, it's about changing where you are at the moment, what their culture is, what their traditions are. It's about having a complete change around of your environment. So, you know, maybe if you're living in China, you would go and live in the UK, which is two completely different environments to live in. Whereas if you're living in Spain and you move to Italy, it's a smaller change. You wouldn't find that much of a difference. So this to me would be a massive country change. The Eight of Cups coming up as a journey card. This is a card about abandoning and about separation. But this card, if it was to come up in a journey, say somebody was to ask you, am I going on holiday? And this card come up, it would be about going on a journey, but leaving behind those you love. So maybe it's a work-related journey, or maybe it's you're going with a friend and you're going to leave your children and your husband behind. Or maybe you're just going to go and visit somebody and you haven't got the time or the resources to take with you your friends and family, or at least your children. So this card to me would be about going away when it comes up in a journey, going away, but leaving behind those you love the most. So I have a few more cards that represent journeys. Of course, the Chariot card, but the Chariot card to me would represent more the actual vehicle of the journey, the mode of transport. And this card would often come up if it was people that need to take journeys. So say if we're talking about your work life and this card come up, it wouldn't to me mean that you're going to go on holiday from work. It would mean from now on you're going to journey to work. So you may have to get a car every day, or you may have to get on the train every day. It's journeys that we take very frequently, whether it's through work or maybe you have a family member that you have to go and see, you know, 3 or 4 times a week, and you have to go and journey to get there because they live in a different town. So I would never class this card as a holiday card, but the journeys are involved for me are normally smaller journeys and frequent journeys. And then we have 4 cards that are very popular with some of my tarot friends, and these are the Knight cards, and that's because they're all sat on a horse. When I do the tarot and I see these, I see them as characters. So they're not cards that frequently work for me for journeys. But I have brought them up today because I know that they work for a lot of tarot reader friends of mine. So that's my little intake on cards that represent journeys in a tarot deck. I hope you enjoyed the little video. Any questions or anything, please feel free to write to me down below. If you do like my videos, click on the like or subscribe button, or even better, both. So I'll see you in my next video. Thank you very much, and until next time.